Having the right skills can literally save a life, and we have seen that time and time again. So it makes sense that schools would start teaching those skills. Texas has joined 18 states that will require CPR classes in school. Today, KXAN's Natalie He takes us inside the training at Austin ISD for all of the teachers.
The new updated curriculum now requires every student to take a one-time CPR training course before they can graduate. All CPR training will be taught through the health classes, which consist mostly of 9th and 10th graders. The training in these classes focuses mainly on chest compressions and is a hands-on class, but students are not CPR certified after. If they are interested in getting CPR certified, they'll have to go through a third party.
Many people that know hands-on CPR, that know CPR period, the better chances of people getting helped. We're hearing more and more kids that are athletes, falling out in games and practices, and these kids are around, and so if you don't have an adult around, the chances of somebody jumping in are going to be more likely if they've had this class and know that they can help somebody.
Most schools plan on implementing this hands-on training in their health classes starting as early as next week. Reporting in North Austin, Natalie He, KXAN News.
And as Natalie mentioned, the classwork will prepare students but not certify them. Both the American Heart Association and the American Red Cross provide those kinds of courses.
And we should expect more programs like this all across Texas. Last summer, lawmakers approved House Bill 897, which requires schools to teach CPR to students between 7th and 12th grades. Districts have a choice to bring in a first responder, an outside teacher, or even have their staff teach the students. The goal is that by the time they graduate, every student in Texas will have gone through at least one hands-on class. Classes like that are important because CPR performed immediately after a sudden cardiac arrest can double or even triple the victim's chance of survival. But according to the American Heart Association, fewer than 1 out of every 3 cardiac arrest victims receive CPR from a bystander. Because of that, fewer than 8% of people who suffer cardiac arrest outside of a hospital survive.
And in just the last few months, we have seen several examples of how CPR training makes a difference. In June, we told you how 15-year-old Will Wright put the skills he learned in Boy Scouts to use when his grandfather had a heart attack. Will pumped for 15 minutes until he got a heartbeat. His 83-year-old grandfather survived and was able to celebrate his 60th wedding anniversary. And just a few weeks ago, lightning struck 9-year-old Alex Herman while he was at soccer practice. Coach Carson Monks, a teenager himself, rushed in and performed CPR until Alex had a pulse again. Alex is alive but is in critical condition. We learned today he was recently transferred to Dell Children's Medical Center. That incident has inspired others in the Lakeway and Bee Cave areas. Groups there have held several CPR training